I'm talking Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, the two-time heavyweight champion of the world. You're looking at the most dominant heavyweight of his era.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting up.
A lot of trash talk between. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. These two were made for each other. No rest for the weary. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
They blocked the left there. Both want a highlight reel knockout. And he scores with the counter. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
This one go to the judges. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. They're both trying for a knockout. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
These are my kind of fights, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he wasn't a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there, get the job.
On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. That jab won't score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
Oh, that punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. drop their guard, they get caught. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice stop, but that won't score. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Do you believe what we are seeing? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Perfect counter lands. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good counter punching. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. That counter shot lands. Counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well done with that counter shot. They missed with the jab. Punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't.
The fight's not over yet.
And there's the bell to start round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Miss with that jab. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter. They're giving us a high-tempo show. The jab not finding its target. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. A perfect counter shot. He misses with that jab. They exchange punches. They both want the knockout. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I like that round. Good work. There's 1, 2 straight down.
Only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. That was a terrible
Fight. Great round. It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing
Much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and go out there and put it back on in this.
Time for the 5th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. That uppercut just missed. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The perfect counter lands. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Stick around the jab and then start gathering your pace and win.
Good work. And don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away. Think about your defense.
To make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on, get focused and get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. Get out there and switch on.
Just keep him on the end of that jab and you're getting your time in already. All right?
So what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back.
We can't figure you out. Good work. Keep going. Just keep them on the other end.
Behind the jab, basics. Just get your rhythm back and then we go again.
Start working a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Come on, switch on.
Anything. Don't give him no free shots. Be smart. It's the same again. Don't change too much.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That counter shot lands. So much firepower here. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well done with that counter shot. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Now relax, relax.
And there's the bell for round 7. Hey, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Just misses right uppercut. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite-level stuff here.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you can't think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
That left hook misses. Couldn't land that jab. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. Punch himself out, though. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. His stamina is off the charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A lot of effort being exerted here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one up. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
How about that time counter shot? That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.